irrigator that enlarged a lot this palace. Those conic things are the kitchen chimneys that make all the ceiling of the kitchen. They are 33 meters, 110 feet high. So after about Ferdinand Pena and his second wife, so he was widower at the age of 36, and a few years later he married again. That marriage didn't please at all his children. He was a prince, he had been the king consort, at the time he was the king father. After the queens died, their elder son became king, Peter V, and also that king died very young from a typhus without children, so the second one was also king. He was the father of two kings, Peter V and Louis I. We can see up on the hill on the left hand the Moorish castle. We can see better from Pena Palace and from downtown. That was a military castle built in the 8th century by the Moors, the Muslims that came across Gibraltar and invaded, built in the 8th century and conquered by Alfonso I of Portugal the month after Lisbon, November 1147. He didn't need to conquer. On that year, 1147, King Alfonso the Conqueror conquered every town along the Tagus River from Santarém to Lisbon. Arriving here the next month, they surrendered. So Ferdinand married a second time, and that didn't please at all his children. It was a scandal. He was the king father, and he married an opera singer, an artist. Her name was Elise Ensler. She was born in the German-speaking part of Switzerland, grew up in the United States. They met when she sang at São Carlos Theatre, the opera theatre in Lisbon, and a few years later they married. And he finished the palace and park with his second wife. So when he began building the palace 1840, Queen Mary died 1853. The palace was already built but still not finished. Just the first part was finished inside. They could stay. Most of it was still not finished inside. So a few years later he finished the palace with his second wife until 1855, and also the park. The park is huge. While he was building the palace for about 20 years, he bought 27 estates around to create this huge park. About the parking place, well, after pandemics, arriving here, we could even choose the parking place. Now we have to kill for a parking place because private cars are not allowed to access.